Hello guys, today we are going to think about the self-driving cars. So when we think about the self-driving car, especially from the perspective of Indians, we can think कि this is not possible till now. But when you will go into the deeper, you will be able to think that we are already using up to some level of autonomy in the driving. So here we will think about the current perspective of autonomous vehicle and what we can do in future. The role of artificial intelligence and deep learning in the field of autonomous vehicles. You have heard a lot about artificial intelligence. In the field of autonomous vehicle, it is doing much more tasks. So in the content you can see, first we will see the present, past and future of autonomous vehicles. Then we will go for the introduction of deep learning and artificial intelligence, then the role of deep learning and artificial intelligence in autonomous vehicle. Then we will see some algorithm, how these algorithms are doing those tasks. So we can go in the next slide. So these all are the application of automation, because if you will see the application self-driving car, autonomous vehicles, the main thing is the automation. So what we are going to see today is the role of artificial intelligence and deep learning in the self-driving car. These techniques are already doing a lot of things in different field, like we can see precision agriculture. So in precision agriculture, if you will see, a lot of crop disease detection, soil management, species recognition, these types of application are already being developed, and some improvement are being doing by different researchers and developers. So this automation can do agriculture with a more precision. Fine. In education field also, now due to this pandemic COVID-19, lot of education are going to be online, and still we are on an online education platform. So this automation is required in this field also, because sometimes we have to analyze the behavior of students, analyze the interest of students, and these things can be easily done through this deep learning and artificial intelligence. Obviously self-driving car, we are going to see how these algorithms are doing automation in self-driving cars. There are a lot of health application being developed, and currently a lot of work is going on in the field of healthcare using this artificial intelligence and deep learning. Sometime the patient records has been tested and then will be matched with some disease using this AI application and all. So you can see a lot of application is going on in these fields. In internet advertising, like we are working from last 4 5 years for the searching of humans and other victims in the disaster places. So these algorithms, these artificial intelligence can do a lot of things in these fields. So next we can see the self-driving cars and their applications. So we can go for the next slide. So for self-driving car, you can see from the diagram that there are multiple level of automation, and it has started from 1980s. So Jaguar has started an autopilot mode after the 1980s revolution. There was one Night Rider TV show in 1980s that has showcased a self-driving car named Kitty, and that has X-ray vision and medical sensor. There are a lot of automation is been there in that 1980s show. So after that, Jaguar has launched one technique, one car with adaptive cruise control, collision warning, and automatic lane following. So now you can see in some of the car, automatic car, you can see the cruise control system that can automatically move your car with a certain speed. There are collision warning in every vehicle. If you will see, when you are going to some collision, they will be triggered. So from that, now we are in the era of full automation. The many companies like they have planned to launch their full automatic vehicle in 2020, but due to this pandemic, they are little bit behind. For example, Google is working on the full automation, and they have launched a video in 2014 that has gone viral with name of first drive, so where they have shown a demo for the self-driving car. After that, Tesla is also working in this field.
And other than this, these companies, there are some universities also they are working for this automation. We are hoping for the next future, at least not for India, but with some countries like Switzerland or UK, they are going to launch the full automatic car. There are multiple level of automation. Initially, it has started from driver assistance to partial automation. Then we have cruise control with conditional automation, high automation, and then the full automation is the kind of automation where nobody is required to control. The vehicle will automatically detect all the lane, streets, and can estimate the target also. So we can go for the next slide. So one thing is we are already seeing automation in the field of traffic, aeroplanes. Like they have already autopilot mode from the very 10 20 years back. But it can be possible with the vehicles only when it will be cost effective. So now there are a sensor which is required most for the automation in the field of vehicles, which is called LIDAR sensor. And when we will see the LIDAR sensor, the main purpose of this sensor is to detect the distance between the colliding object with the car. And if you will see the current past, it is been dropped. Cost of these sensor are dropped drastically. We can see from the slide that it has dropped from about 10 times in last 5 years. Also, there are other with the computation power. We will see if you will go in the past, computers with very low computation power is available. But right now we have supercomputer and all with very cost effective. Like if you will see now in every year RAM size and storage size is increasing approx. In every year it is doubling. So these things will be required in the decision making because a lot of computation will be required on real time when we will have to take decision with those techniques. So now looking at the current scenario, it is possible with the current equipment that we can go for the full automation in a cheaper cost. Move to the next slide, Sneha. Okay, so there are some useful techniques when we will talk about the automation with the help of computer vision, artificial intelligence, and deep learning, because all those things will be worked with the image. So how we will have to capture the image, from how much distance, how many number of cameras will be required, that is very important. And then computation with the different camera called camera calibration and other techniques will be there in this behind the camera calibration and visual depth perception. And once those images will be captured, lot of processing will be required, which some of the part we will see in the upcoming slides, is called image processing and object detection. And once those things will be detected, there are some techniques which is required for the decision making. So all those techniques will be useful for automation. So move to the next slide. Okay, so we have seen some background of some techniques and what kind of things is required for the automation of this autonomous vehicles. So first thing coming in my mind is detecting those types of objects. For example, if you are moving in a road, there are different kind of obstacles which need to be detected. Other thing is those things will be detected in a certain time, because if you are moving with a speed of 100 kilometer per hour, there are very few seconds which is required to detect. Otherwise if you will it will detect after some part, the vehicle will be colliding, well, the vehicle will collide. So main thing is we have to take care of the time, and we have to precisely detect those objects. So when we will look in the background for those techniques, in past those techniques are not that much useful for the real time. But for the current scenario, there are a lot of application is available for real time object detection and these techniques. So people are using those techniques directly for the self driving cars. Yes. And real time decision making is the second issue. Once we have detected those objects, the main role of that detects in the detection is computation power and those algorithms. Yes, so algorithm is available, and now we have computation power that can detect those objects in a very few milliseconds. Other thing is decision making. So at the time of decision making, we have to use different certain techniques, make decision timely. Otherwise, the main problem with the driving vehicle on road, like Indian roads, is the collision. because there are a lot of traffic, there are a lot of obstacles which need to be. So these are certain challenge looking from the perspective of technology and the resources available in a cost effective manner. Fine, we can move for the next slide. Okay, coming to the object localization and detection. For example, you can see three different images on this slide. One is one vehicle is moving and there is nothing. So if you are behind that vehicle, you will have to classify that what is this in front of me. I'm thinking as an autonomous vehicle. If I am an autonomous vehicle and I am behind that car, first we have to classify whether it is car or whether it is some animal or something. So this is called image classification. In second image, there is a bounding box around that vehicle. So first thing is classify and localize. Means in that image, in which part this car is, and creating that bounding box is called localization. When we will see the third image, there are multiple vehicle available in front of me. So we have to detect all. We have to estimate the distance. We have to project whether it is coming in my way. We have to estimate the time according to our speed, in how much time we are going to collide. So these all techniques will be required when we are thinking autonomous vehicle coming in the road. These all techniques come under artificial intelligence, and there are algorithms available using deep learning for doing these kind of tasks. So if we can precisely detect those objects, classify those objects, at least we can see that there are some obstacles in front of me. The next thing is estimating depth, and that estimation will be very easy with those LiDAR sensor. Looking at those algorithms, we can at least visualize key from coming future, we will be able to see the fully autonomous vehicles on some part of the world. Yes, we can, not from the Indian perspective, because it will take a lot of time to develop such kind of infrastructure in India, but at least we can imagine that after some time it will come. Fine, we can move to the next slide. So these all algorithms will be available inside this artificial intelligence, and there are some algorithms which are called machine learning techniques. Then there are some algorithms which are called deep learning techniques. So those all techniques comes under artificial intelligence. Whatever we are doing using machine learning, deep learning, that comes under artificial intelligence. And then when you will think about computer vision, so whatever we are doing with the images, that will comes under computer vision. Using these techniques, we can easily detect those objects with the current algorithms. Okay, so this neural network is a kind of structure or kind of neurons which are in our mind. So neural network is also called artificial neural networks because whatever neurons, how we are thinking, how we are estimating something in our mind, same thing will be happen in this neural network. And these all neurons, these are circles when we are seeing in this diagram, are called neurons. And these neurons will learn one by one and will reach up to a certain outcome in output layer. For example, if we have two outcome for some event, so in that case we have two circle in the output layer. You can see there are three layers: input layer, hidden layer, and then output layer. So output layer is a kind of two things. If we have classify something, for example, if we have to classify whether it is car or bus, in that case we have two neurons in the output layer, and we will give some input in the form of, in that case, image. And this hidden layer neuron will learn one by one and will back propagate the result. And this will learn up to some level using these equations. In left hand side we can see there are some equations written. For example, first equation is h equals to alpha w1 x plus b1. So here, if you can see in the last, if there are two neurons, so for that there are two output, and every link we can see the edges will have a weight. Like w1 is a weight, w2 is a weight, and on every neuron there will be a bias. Bias is a kind of thing which is used to be learned after certain iteration of back propagation. So after certain iteration it will learn. For example, if you will give 100 image of as an input, and we'll train this network to learn this is bus, this is car, this is bus, this is car. Then for a trained network, if you will give an input image, it will be able to detect whether it is bus or car. So you can think from your level how you learn that this is bus or this is car. When you are a child, you will see different kind of images, and somebody from your parents or somebody from your home is telling this is bus, this is bus. So after some time, when you have seen all variants of bus, then you are learned. Kind of you are a learned network for bus. Then for next event or for the next image when you will see, then you will be able to detect easily whether this is bus. The same thing happening in this network using these neurons and weight and biases. And these techniques can be applied for the classification, object detection also, that we have seen in earlier slide. Fine. So we can move to the next slide. Okay. So we have seen different techniques in that previous slide. One is artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. So artificial intelligence, when we will see, is a kind of program which can think and behave. First, it will take some input, and then it will think, which is called learning. And what kind of learning they have gained through the images or input data, it will behave accordingly, like humans do. Then coming to the machine learning, which is a part of artificial intelligence, has the capability of automatically learn and then improve from the experience. Coming to the deep learning, so for the deep learning, you can think like we have seen a neural network. So when we will see an extension of neural network with a number of hidden layers is called deep learning network. Fine. So we can move for the next slide. So there are lot of algorithms available for doing these kind of tasks. So researchers are doing these kind of research from 90s, but when we will see the performance of deep learning algorithms, this is increasing drastically after some time. From at the x-axis, we are seeing the size of data. The main thing is data in these techniques. Now, in the era of internet and all, we have lot of data for the experience. When we are going to train a network for detecting vehicles, detecting some obstacle in for the self-driving car, we will be able to collect a lot of video from YouTube or from other sources in this online mode. Previously, it was not available. So these deep learning algorithms, neural network was available in 90s also, but due to the unavailability of data, these algorithms are not performing well. But now since we have the data available, these learning algorithms, deep learning algorithms are performing lot better than the other learning algorithms. And with the size of data increasing, the performance will increase. So we can move to the next slide. The beauty of this deep learning algorithm is, you can see in this diagram, a lot of developers are have a lot of fear about the coding or the experimentation part. So yes, in this deep learning algorithm, experiment is required, but we don't need lot of code. Codes are available already on the web platform. Just we have to collect the data accordingly. For example, if we have to collect we have to detect a vehicle in Indian road, then we have to collect lot of images and videos in the Indian road perspective, Indian road background. So once we have collected certain amount of data, for example, if you have to detect car in Indian roads, we have to at least collect 50,000 images for cars. So once we have done that part, other thing is required computation, which is already available. We have already talked about the computation power available. I'm already working with the supercomputer from last 2-3 years. People are using at least 16 GB RAM who are working in industry. So those computation power is available, and algorithms are available, codes are available for any kind of application. These applications, we just need to collect data, and we can apply those code on that data, and that will learn and will be able to classify or detect those kind of objects. So these deep learning algorithms, anybody can experiment with these algorithms irrespective of the background. If you are you will be able to use computer, you can train those algorithms that we are talking, AI and deep learning algorithm. There are no there are no effort is required for the development of algorithm or writing code. So data plays a critical role in these kind of algorithm, which anybody can collect.